right, Cubs fam, your favorite Grand Arena is back. 5v5. I know a lot of guys don't like the 3v3 Grand Arena, but here we go. We got to learn again. What are the best counters? What are the best defensive teams? In today's video, we're going to break down the top 10 defensive teams in this game, and not just the top 10 defensive teams, how to beat every single one of them. Go ahead and punch it, Chewie. All right, Cubs fam, so you're seeing right now the most valuable resource, in my opinion, in this entire game, Xerath Prevails Counter Guide. And we're going to be using this guide as a major reference as we go through what I think are all of the best defensive teams in the game. And we've got footage of how to beat all of them. And we're going to go through every GL and how to beat each of them without a Galactic Legend, which I think is very, very significant. If you can beat all of the GLs without a GL, that is going to put you miles ahead of every other player out there. And so I've got a link down below to this spreadsheet. You guys can see how it's organized. It's just amazing how much information is here. 5v5, 3v3, ships, old archives of different battles. It's absolutely amazing. And Xerath, I think, for his organization, deserves your sub. Go ahead and check him out. Okay, so first and foremost, these defensive teams are not in any particular order. I'm just going through the 10 that I think you're going to see the most. First of all is Rey. And there's a lot of different teams you can use to counter Rey. You'll see here on his spreadsheet, lots of different Galactic Legends options, SOKR. There's the Darth Vader team is one that Xerath uses a lot. Jedi Master Luke is possible. SOKR, especially when you got the ultimate, you're going to want to make sure you have that ultimate. There's Thrawn options, so be sure to check out the spreadsheet for variants on this. But this is the team that I really like, taking advantage of Darth Vader's merciless massacre and laying a big hit on Rey. So let's watch how this battle unfolds here, going up against Rey. Now, something that's really important to remember with the Darth Vader against Rey counter is you're almost never going to see Rey with Jedi Revan, Gas, Jedi Luke, a lot of those characters that you see really frequently with Rey in Squad Arena, you're not going to see in Grand Arena nearly as much because it's just so expensive. And so here we go. You've got that Force Crush right now. You can see Xerath thinking through this battle. You do obviously need to get that weapons tech over on your Darth Vader. And that Fracture is really nice to put over on Rey, if possible. He's passing a turn over to Traya so he can stop that taunt and then land the Fracture there, which is a really great way to play that. He's holding on to his saber throw. He's going to give it to Finn, I think, right now, which gets Finn out of there, bypass that damage immunity. I'm going to go ahead and maximize this battle for you guys so you can see a little more clearly. And then it's going to be about keeping Rey at bay and getting back to Merciless Massacre so you can get enough dots stacked on Rey. He's up to 8 dots right now. He's got Finn out of the way. Keep the ability block on Rey. That's going to be something else you're really going to want to think about with this team. Keep the ability block up on Rey as much as possible. Mod-wise, for your Darth Vader, you need to have a lot of crit chance and crit damage on him. You're going to need that saber throw to crit. If it doesn't crit, it's going to be a lot harder to get the damage output that you're really wanting to find from this. Okay, and so here we go. 8 dots. Rey is still pinned down by Fracture. He's still got Watt in play. Obviously, Watt's going to be a big part of this. All right, now he's in a pretty good position here to land more dots. He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. He's just going to throw it, and it doesn't quite land. Doesn't quite land. That's a pretty big deal. Not the end of the world in this case, but that can make a big difference here. He was probably in a bit of a pinch there on whether or not he was going to be able to actually get the dots there, and there we go. So they actually withstood the ultimate ability. So now he's in prime position here. He's going to land the dots right now, and then he's going to be able to saber throw, and this should do it if he's modded right. And there you go. You've got that match over and out. So that is my favorite non-GL counter to Rey. A lot of times I play it safe and just use a GL. You guys are free to do that, but I want to show you options without GLs. All right, next up, we got the Jedi Master Luke match. Most people are using Sith Eternal to beat Jedi Master Luke. That's probably going to be the most surefire, easy way to do that. Mirror matches are also an option. If you do want to go the non-GL route, this is a great option here that we have found. And big credit, this actually isn't Xerath's footage. This is my boy DC07, who I'll leave a link to this video down in the comments below as well. But you can actually do this counter against Jedi Master Luke if you've got mods in a great space with just Watt and Bastila Fallen with Darth Revan lead. It's possible. And the big reason why this works is you're really taking advantage of that shock. Shock really pins down these Jedi Master Luke teams. Now, I really want to call out, if you see Jedi Revan as the leader for these Jedi Master Luke teams, this counter is going to be a lot harder to pull off and maybe impossible, because you're going to have that tenacity up at the beginning of the battle. It's going to be very challenging to get that shock out there as efficiently as you normally would. Obviously, you can land the fear with Darth Revan and have those debuffs or those buffs expire once they take a turn and that fear applies. But that's not going to be immediate. It's not going to be immediate. And so you can see here, he's kind of dancing around that. He just used the fear. The shock is out there. Weapons tech is on Darth Revan, which is obviously an important part of this. You want to have good damage. He is going to use that fracture over on Jedi Master Luke. He's got 18 debuffs. Not enough for the saber throw. Not enough for the saber throw. All right, so here we go. The shock is out there again. Always prioritizing the shock whenever you can against this team. It really, really nerfs these Jedi Luke teams. And there you go. There's the big hit, the death mark. I'm not sure if he's got shock on his Luke or not. He must not have, which is probably why he prioritized basic over the shock ability there for Bastila Fallen. We're going to go after Luke. Still get the ability block, which is great. You can bypass that tenacity. And then there, Jedi Revan's out. That's going to be an important part of this as well. Make sure you take out Jedi Revan. When Jedi Revan is not in the leadership ability, you will bypass Savior. When he's in the leadership, he will give Savior to himself and everyone else. When he's not in leadership, he only gives it to everyone else other than himself. And so you always want to take him out first. You don't have to take anyone else out before. Especially Jedi Master Luke. You do not want to have to take him out twice. And so there you go. There's a win. Low banner win, but a win nonetheless. All right. Let's talk about the Kylo Ren, or the Supreme Leader Kylo Ren match. Now, this is one I personally prefer to use my Jedi Master Luke for, especially when they are Relic 8. It's just a really scary match to take non-GLs against. I feel like it's just kind of my comfort zone. However, Xerath here, he's comfortable with it. He's using Jedi Revan here, and this is actually a pretty altogether cheap team, I think, to use. You can still have without all of these characters, you can still have a pretty good Jedi Master Luke team on defense or for offense in your pocket. And so this is a great team to use if you get the chance. And so you can see here, he is going to use, let's see here, he does want to keep that taunt off of that Stormtrooper. Priority attack wise, he's definitely going to want to take care of Red Trooper so he doesn't knock things out too much. He's debating here, and I would recommend watching these videos. There's going to be some more specific attack strategy nuances that he goes over in each of these videos. There's a link to the spreadsheet, again, down below, where you guys can find all of these videos and much more so that you can be well practiced in being comfortable using these counters. And so, big debate here, big brain. You see the wheels turning for our boy Xerath here. He tries to take out Foss. It doesn't work. Always going to strip that turn meter. Ability block, very helpful against this team. And now he's free to go after Red Trooper, and he gets him out. That's a big win. Here comes the buff immunity. He's going to heal with Yoda. He's probably not... Oh, he is going to do the Foresight. Okay. He probably thought about not doing it because of that buff immunity. He's saving the stun in favor of taking out Hux. And now he's going to do the taunt. And he's going to be able to take out First Order Stormtrooper. And then from there, I feel like you could probably just go for SOKR. He's going to get the ability block on him. That's another thing too. Like the Rey match, keep the ability block on SOKR as much as you possibly can. All right, the stun doesn't really do a whole lot for you at this point. And so he is just going to gun down SOKR. Phasma and First Order Stormtrooper, not a big threat. Here's the mark. and it's just going to be a damage game from here. And so you see the team does a good job of turn meter managing and keeping the abilities managed. You are going to want to have pretty good speed on this team and pretty good offense, especially on your Luke. If you're not able to deal enough damage with your Jedi Luke, then you're going to be in trouble. And so he picks Bastila there. Notice he picked Bastila instead of Jedi Revan for the ability block on her basic. Very important. And then we almost got SOKR out. Basic should do it. And boom, that's obviously going to be an easy win from there. And so that's I think probably the best non-GL option for SOKR and GAC. You can of course use Jedi Master Luke, have a much more comfortable match. Here we go. We're talking about Sith Eternal, and then we'll talk about some non. Oops, I accidentally skipped ahead. Let's find that match again. Sith Eternal. Where is it? Troopers. So Troopers work very well against Sith Eternal. Watch how this match goes. Now you are gonna need full Relic Troopers, okay? If you're going to make this work against Sith Eternal, full Relic Troopers. If you don't have full Relic Troopers, my best recommendation is SOKR, and you can basically hit auto. SOKR wrecks this team very, very thoroughly. I do it on stream every day on my arena climb. I don't even have an ultimate on my SOKR yet. I'm getting close. You don't need it. It happens very quick. You get a couple stuns on Malik. If he's there, it works really well against Malik, and your AoE basically wipes the whole team, especially against this team here. Most people aren't going to be putting Malik in with their Sith Eternal teams. It's going to be lights out pretty freaking fast with these guys because it's a squishy team. So attack strategy wise, I'll be upfront. This is not a match I'm super familiar with. I do not have great troopers. Here is some footage of it working. If you want to do it yourself, I highly advise you to go check out this battle, listen to what he says, or look at some other battles of it working. A lot of it is going to be about getting ahead. You're going to need some fast speed on there, good offense on your troopers, and it's about getting everyone out and then saving Sith Eternal for last. And usually you're able to do this in every battle I've seen. You get him out before he even hits his ultimate ability, and you just look at the damage. There's so much damage coming in. Just slice right through him. Slice right through him, and the battle is over relatively quickly, all things considered. He's actually about 2 minutes into this battle. There we go, and then there's the win. 56 banners, so very, very effective. All right, next up, let's talk about Gas. So Gas is a character you're going to see on defense here and there. I think a lot of people do like using him for offense. I think the safest match is the mirror match. The Gas mirror match is one of the easiest mirror matches in this game. It's just a matter of, you know, getting the right turn order, getting the right characters out at the right time. Obviously, you need to go for 5s first. You're going to kneel. Sometimes it's even better if you kneel first in this match. But if you're familiar with the Gas mirror match, it's just a safe battle. It tends to be a decently high banner battle. Usually you're able to keep all of your health on. You're probably going to lose protection, so it's probably a 56 banner kind of match. But you can see here he's going right after 5s. And then as long as you don't take out his 5s, then you're going to be, or as long as you don't take out somebody else before 5s, it should be a pretty easy win. Now, some other options for Gas. You can use your Rebels against Gas. If you have a really good CLS team, that's going to work really well against Gas. You want to get that stun on Rex right away, blitz through Gas, get him kneeling down, and then you can usually take out all the troopers on the whole team before he takes another turn. This is very effective, and it usually is a higher banner match. The reason I'm showing the mirror match is I think in a lot of cases, you might want your CLS to be used on defense. I think he's just a better defensive character. And so this is the safe route, maybe not the highest banner route, but the safe route. If you do want to save CLS for a Gas match, fine. Odds are you're probably not going to see a lot of Gas on defense, but if you do see him, you need to handle him carefully, and you can see here the mirror match is obviously going to work. He's going to Rex late there. And so that's the Gas match. Now, speaking of Gas, I really like Gas for offense because he's great against Darth Revan. Now, Darth Revan, you can mirror match, but the big kicker with Darth Revan you want to look out for is where are the speeds of Darth Revan and Bastila Fallen. If you're going to mirror match, you need to have a faster Darth Revan and Bastila Fallen ideally, or you're going to want to go in there with your Sith Trooper so he takes that first hit from Darth Revan. And if you're going to do that, if the Darth Revan on the other team will go first, I highly advise that you make sure your Bastila Fallen is at least faster so you can get Corrupted Battle Meditation out there before his team gets it. if their Darth Revan goes first and their Bastila Fallen goes first, it's very difficult to win that mirror match. Possible, but very difficult. Probably not something I want to roll the dice on. Safer route might be to take gas in instead, especially if you decide to place your own Darth Revan on defense, because he is a great defensive character. But even then, you see here, lower banner match, 55 banners. All right, next up, we have got our CLS team. How about making use of Grievous against CLS? I really like this match, and this match actually ends up being decently high banners. You've got the stun first on Magna Guard. You got a lot of stealth in there because of Newt. And look at how this match goes here. So we're gonna target Chewie first. And this is the team you see the most. AoE, because he's stealth, you don't have the counters. That's a big part of why this works as well as it does, because of that stealth. And one thing I really like about this is I feel like a lot of people have that matchup with Grievous very, I misspoke. The stealth is from Magna Guard. I just realized I misspoke on that. Anyway, a big reason why I think I like this is because a lot of people have their Grievous teams pretty figured out. People know how to beat Grievous at this point. And so making use of him on offense against one of the best defensive teams in the game, which is this CLS team, I really feel like this is one of the best defensive teams in the game. Very good. And so you can see here, he's going after Chewbacca. A big reason for that, I think he just felt like he could get a couple hits in while the OG Chewbacca was stunned. All right, next up, he's going for Han. Important to go after those when you are stealthed, if possible. You don't want to take counters from Han if at all possible. Here's a basic on Han, and he's out. And it's going to be kind of easy from here. He's got the team managed. A big part of this is getting ahead of the CLS, a big part of the CLS. And I'm getting some some corrections in the chat. TL doesn't let them counter. Okay. All right, there we go. So that's how that works. Good to know. Target lock doesn't let them counter. I forgot about that as well. Learn the kits. So the target lock, once that's out there, that you could target lock characters or target when you're stealth. A lot of different ways to manage how that counter is not coming your way. All right, Padme. Here we go, Zareth. He's facing Padme. I do not use this team very much, and I wish that I did more. Big reason why. My Traya and my Scion and my Nihilus are not relicked, and so I think I get nervous, but I think you can probably do it even without. If you get out ahead of this team, very possible to manage a pretty good battle. You get that Merciless Massacre out there, the ability block on Padme. I really like ability block on Padme. Don't want her to cleanse anything. Ability block over here on, and here's what he's gonna do here. He's gonna saber throw Barriss. Now, let's rewind this. I actually talked to Zareth about this, and he agrees. He was kind of just messing around here. What would have been better in this situation? Go around, wait for the saber or the Force Crush to come back. Ability block Ahsoka, and instead of Force Crushing on Anakin, he should have Force Crushed on Barriss, and then he would have been able to saber throw Anakin here and probably take him out. The battle would have gone a lot better if he had done that. Check this out. So he is going to saber throw Barriss here, and she will be taken out. And then very shortly after that, here comes Anakin. Boom, boom. And Palpatine's out just like that. Without Anakin in there, that would have gone a lot better. Now, I actually still wanted to show this battle because even with that misplay that Zareth, he's laughing about on the video. He knows. Everyone makes mistakes. This battle's still going to be pretty effective. He's still going to get the win here against this team. This is a very good counter against Padme teams. And what I like most about it is it's not a very expensive counter against those Padme teams. Very nice to use something like this against Padme, a team that a lot of people kind of expect to get holds on. And so here we go. Is he going to ability block Padme, or is he going to gun down? He's gunning down GK. All right. Here comes a basic, and then Merciless Massacre again. Now he's going to get Anakin out. If I know Zareth right, he may saber throw GK, though, because GK is actually really, really hungry for a saber right now. He may do that. Oh, no. He's going to restrain himself. He's going to restrain himself. He's debating. He wants to saber throw Anakin, but there's not enough debuffs on him, so he's going to basic him. And here comes a basic on Ahsoka. And then I think he's going to roll the dice here and just hope he can muscle it. He couldn't. Oh, that makes him so mad. You You can just see the look in his eyes right now. He's like, I can't believe that didn't work. Obviously, if Anakin was out of here. But look, it's just amazing to me. It's just such an effective counter that even without Anakin being taken out early, he's still really managing this match well. Palpatine's leadership ability helping drive a lot of turn meter. Here comes Anakin again. Oh, that would have been devastating. GK's almost out of there. He's going to basic over here on Anakin, maybe? Or Padme? Nope, he goes after Padme. And then here's Annihilate. He's just get Anakin out of there. And even with Anakin, not very well managed in this battle, it's going to be a win here. Vader's healing up again. And we got the dots over there. He's going to do a Merciless Massacre. He's going to chuck this at Padme and lights out. So very good counter, even if there's misplays. All right. Last team on the list. Now, there's a lot of defensive teams. This video is already a bit lengthy, 20 minutes long. I'd love to talk through several more teams, but this is the last team we're going to have time to talk about today. This Newt team is one that you see a lot, and there's a lot of different variants. Now, I want to call out on this spreadsheet. Let's look at Newt here. Look at how many teams Xerath has used to counter Newt. CLS, Padme, Traya, CLS, JKR, RJT, CLS, Crew, CLS, Padme, Veers, Darth Revan, JKL. So many different options and so many different variants here. This is the one I want to show because I just love how inexpensive this team is. If you can just get away with using your Kylo Ren unmasked, obviously he's going to get a stun over here on Dooku. He doesn't want anything to do with that Dooku. And First Order Executioner is going to drive a lot of the damage on this team. He's going to be able to take, let's see here. He's going to take Dooku out here very early. Boom. Dooku's out. We already got another turn here. And then look at that. Jango just really making this team miserable. I love that this works against us. Now, it's interesting to see Imperial Probe Droid in here. I don't see that very much. Interesting little variance here. And he doesn't want anything to do with that probe droid. Execute. Now he's going to get another turn. Oh, but he was dazed, so he didn't get the turn. That sucks. All right, First Order Officer can pass a turn here. He's probably going to pass it over to Executioner, I'm thinking. Yep, he does pass it to Executioner. And he's going to work on Jango. Probably going to stun either Jango or Nest. Or, actually, I don't know. I don't know who. I would stun Nest. Yeah, Nest is a good choice. All right, get a stun on Newt. Very good. Work on Jango. Here comes a big hit. You might want to start thinking about getting a big hit on Nest. All right, he's probably going to execute right now. Boom. Oh, so close. He hates it. There we go. Now Jango's managed. Now it's just a matter of dealing with Nest appropriately. He might. Yeah, okay, so he's going to double stun. There you go. He did get a good hit there. Newt's going to come back. All right, the stun is there. You just got to wait for that stun to fall off. And there we go. And perfect. So now he gets to pass the turn to Executioner, and it's lights out for Nest for sure. Yep. And that's how that battle works. This is going to be game over. So great counter choice for the Newt teams. I love that. A lot of times I end up using CLS to play it safe if I do have CLS on offense. JTR works great too if you got a good JTR team. So many options here, so many variants. I would definitely recommend checking that out. All right. That was a lot to cover, Cubs fam. I hope this video was helpful for you. So many different teams, so many different counters. Spreadsheet down in the comments below. I really feel like this is one of the most valuable possible resources you guys could use in this game to get ready for GAC 5v5. So good luck with your 5v5 GACs, guys. If you did like this video, go ahead and show it down below. Drop a like and be sure to drop a sub to me and to Xerath. And as always, my brothers, I'm dropping my words here. Don't forget,